guys, okay, this is a quick hip mobility training guide to help you get your hips mobile, and it can be done very quickly. So in about 5 minutes, you can do this at your desk, you can do this at home. If you're struggling with low back pain, stiff hips, this is gonna help a ton, but you have to do it in order for it to work. This can also be done before a leg day or a strength workout. All right, let's dive into it. All right, for this first one, we're gonna start on our hands and knees, and we're actually gonna take one leg and stick it straight out to the side. Now notice I want my foot lined up with my opposite knee, and my hands are gonna stay under my chest. From here, I'm gonna think about pushing my hips back to the wall behind me, nice and slow, really pushing my hands into the floor, feeling that stretch, and then rocking back and forth in these two positions. We're gonna start this next one at 90 degrees in both knees, and notice that one foot is gonna go next to the opposite knee. From here, I wanna imagine my feet are taped to the floor, and I'm gonna rock those knees side to side. This is actually level 1 of 90-90 hip rocks. Notice I'm leaning back on my hands for some support. All right, now we're looking at level 2 of 90-90 hip rocks. Notice I'm no longer using my hands for support, and this may not be for everyone starting out. This is something you can build up to. Think of a string leading from the top of your head up to the ceiling. So we're trying to keep that torso as tall as possible in each position. It's gonna be challenging, especially if we have tight hips, but that's the goal here. Pause on each side in that ending position to really feel the stretch. All right, now we've moved on to level 3 of 90-90 hip rocks. This is not for everyone, but this is something you can totally build up to. From that 90-90 position, we're gonna actually bridge up onto our knees, and I want you to think about extending your hips, really squeezing your glutes at the top of that movement. Avoid plopping down by using your muscles slow and controlled on the way back down. Now we're gonna work on internal rotation of the hips. So we're gonna bring that knee as far down as we can to the floor while keeping your glutes on the ground the entire time, and we are sitting back on our hands while we do this. All right, here's where my relatableness comes in. You can see I am stiff AF in this position. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get in a half kneeling position and bring our hands to the inside of our front foot. From here, I'm gonna keep my hands and my foot flat on the floor as I push my hips back, extending as far as I can. Next, we've got the couch stretch. So yes, you could do this on your couch. You can do this with a bench. You can even do it on the floor if you're super tight. What we wanna do is bring that back knee as close to the bench or the couch as possible. From here, we're gonna lift our torso and stand as tall as possible in this position while squeezing that back leg glute. From here, we're actually gonna do a slight tail tuck, and that's gonna help us really squeeze the core and the glutes in this position, and it's gonna really maximize this stretch.